Some Spurs are going to be happy about some of these moves, and some Spurs fans, not so much.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
What is up, San Antonio Spurs fans? Welcome to TSR Sports. Our San Antonio Spurs have tendered some offers to some free agents, making them restricted free agents. And then there's some players they have not made an offer to that I think we thought they would. And I want to get your feedback on the offers we've made. Are you happy that the Spurs are trying to re-sign player to be named later? Are you unhappy that they haven't tried to sign player to be named later? Let me know in the comments down below. Hit the thumbs up on the channel and subscribe for more Spurs content. It's been a lot of fun. I know there's going to be a lot of free agent news tonight. I will try to cover if I'm home, but I may have plans. Let me just say those plans will definitely come first before the YouTube channel, so we'll see. But let's get into the heart of this video. The Spurs tendered a trio of the 5 players eligible for restricted free agency on Thursday. The San Antonio Express News' Tom Osborne reported that Tre Jones, Julian Champagnie, and Dominic Barlow all were extending qualifying offers will now become easier for the Spurs to retain on the open market. Sandro Mamukelashvili and Romeo Langford were also eligible for restricted free agency, but did not receive a qualifying offer. They'll both become unrestricted free agents, where they can sign with any team they please, including the Spurs. I'm going to give my 2 cents right here. Tre Jones, look, I've been outspoken, and I don't know if he's the guy for us long-term as a starting point guard, but at the very least, he's a fantastic backup point guard, and I hope he proves me wrong, and if the Spurs re-sign him, he develops into the player that, beyond what I think he can be. I love the extending, and I hope the re-signing soon of Julian Champagnie. He was fantastic at the end of the season last year, gave us some much needed 3-point shooting off the bench, just a huge surprise for me, so very happy about that. Dominic Barlow I'm not high on, but he's also very young, so maybe the Spurs see something in him that I don't see yet. As far as the other two, an easy one for me, Romeo Langford. He showed flashes last year, but he has shown throughout his entire NBA career, whether it was with the Celtics or with the Spurs, the dude cannot stay healthy. And I don't care how good you are, if you're missing 20, 30, 40 games a year, no, pass. And then Sandro Mamukelashvili. Spurs fans fell in love with him last season. I'm really surprised they didn't throw him an extended offer. Maybe they don't. There's parts of his game they don't feel long-term fits in what the Spurs are trying to do moving forward. I would like to see him come back to the team, but if he doesn't, it is what it is. Here's what Pounding the Rock has to say, though, for the rest of the players, or here's their 2 cents. Pounding the Rock, great source for Spurs information, by the way. I don't generally find any nonsense, made-up stuff. They're usually very good, which is why I would continue to support them and share their content, and hopefully you guys are going to their website, and when I put up the links in the comments below. Clearly, the Spurs value Champagnie as a piece and can still bring him back on a 2-way contract if they'd like to open a roster spot for another free agent. Champagnie averaged 11 points and 4 rebounds while shooting 40% from 3 in 15 games for the Spurs last season. But he did have a nice run of, 4 or 5 games where he averaged 20 or more. So he was really good in a short amount of time. At 20 years old, Barlow is a prospect who can earn a rotation spot with continued development. He shined late in the season when given the opportunity to prove himself. Spurs fans will be disappointed to hear that Mamukelashvili was not offered a qualifying offer after playing well in his stint with the team. San Antonio still can sign MAMU in free agency, but will have to compete with other teams to do so. And as far as Tre Jones, I mean, I think enough is said there. He was our starting point guard. That's obviously the reason they are bringing him back. I am surprised. I'm not surprised with Tre, like I said, and some of the other players. Dominic Barlow, the youth. Champagnie was an absolute must make an offer to. MAMU not getting an offer, that one I was like, man, I really thought, versatile big man, fun to watch. Brought, I thought, a lot to the Spurs last year in limited time, but again, maybe the Spurs don't see it. Really curious to what you guys think, because I think the MAMU one's going to be the one that a lot of you are most vocal about the Spurs not offering him, making an offer to him and making him a restricted free agent. I think that's the one you guys are going to be most vocal about, and I think the one I like the most is probably the Champagnie move. We need to bring back Tre. Come on. If we can get him on a somewhat team-friendly contract, and there's going to be other teams trying to make a bid on him. I've read reports that the Houston Rockets might try to take him from us, and that'd be the worst-case scenario, is not only do we lose him to a rival in the Western Conference, but it's the freaking Rockets, and then he goes to the Rockets and plays like an all-star every year, which that would be our luck, right? Anyway, a short video today. Not a lot of other news to report right now. With the offers being made, nothing official until the players sign, and I don't think the players can sign until after 5 or 6 p.m., depending on which time zone you're in today, Central or Eastern, somewhere around there. It's this afternoon. Again, if something happens with the Spurs, I'll try to make a video tonight, but if I'm unavailable, then I'll address it tomorrow morning. Life happens, right? But I'm excited. We had the draft, went exactly as planned for the most part, and then free agency's here. I don't know if the Spurs are going to make a big play for a player from another team. If they do, then I'll try to report it here as soon as I can. Thank you all for watching. Hope you're having a wonderful Friday. Have a wonderful weekend. As always, earphone users beware. Go Spurs, go!
And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal.